education and for social justice for years now, since the 60s. So I would like to introduce you Bob Mandel.
Woo! Bob!
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Joe Hill said, "Don't mourn, organize." And we didn't come here this afternoon to lament. We came here this afternoon to try to launch a fight that is victorious. A teacher asked me a couple of days ago, "Can you win?" And the answer is that 3 years ago, the district announced that it was closing 7 early childhood centers. And a group of parents and teachers kept open one of those centers and seized another of those centers. The district backed up a step and kept them open for the summer, and the district ended up retreating and keeping 5 of the 7 open permanently. We are here to launch exactly that kind of movement. Every one of you knows that public education is under attack. You know some of the details in this city or that, such as that Katrina was used as the excuse to fire 7,000 teachers and thousands of support staff. What matters here is how we can win. So, one answer is this, the beginning with this sit-in. We want to keep the school this weekend. We plan to do the Freedom School starting Monday. Another thing you can do, and we hope to have large enough crowds, and I mean we would like to have thousands of people, so that suddenly it becomes the same kind of issue in this city that the port shutdown was in this city, which was a model of struggle. We want people to come out and support this sit-in to demand that schools remain open. I want to make a couple of other points. I was an adult ed teacher until last June. The first major program slaughtered in this city was adult ed. 25,000 students, lots of them English language learners, lots of them young women who had dropped out of high school, who were single mothers, were coming back for another chance. The program was shut down. We're in the middle of a depression. This is when people need the maximum of skills. This stuff is not an accident, and you know it. Eli Broad writes Obama's education speeches. Eli Broad is one of the major donors, billionaire builder, major donors to the Democratic Party. If this fight is to be successful, it has to understand that Democratic and Republican policy on education is identical. It is privatization. It is ending the right of every child and young person in this country to an education. We have to defeat them, and we have to enter this battle knowing it will be a very, very tough fight. They are merciless. When you decide to close Maxwell Park and make kids bus cross town, or their parents drive them cross town, then you move another school into Maxwell Park and say, even if you live across the street, you can't come in. That's willful. That's not mismanagement. That is what Naomi Klein referred to in her book. This stuff is intended to destroy and disorganize. So we do not hope that Tony Smith will do anything right. We understand he literally was brought in here by the privatizers. The decision was dictated. We want him fired, and we are the only people that can see to that. We have to fight for the money. And I will close with this, the point that Jack Gerson made. Some of us are young, and some of us are not so young. We have to fight to repudiate the state debt. They say they're going to save $2 million by closing these 4 schools. In fact, they're paying the state $6 million a year on interest in repaying the debt. If the banks could get $18 trillion, then we have to say enough, no repaying to the rich, no repaying to the state, which is an agent of the banks, all the way up. We have to fight. Thank you for coming. Please sign up to host if you live in Oakland. We want you to sign up to host or hostess a house meeting this summer, because what we would like to do is launch a citywide boycott together with the teachers who are negotiating, and maybe they could go on strike again if they're able to rebuild. That is a strategy that possibly can win. Thank you.
Thank you.